knock out first? The disclaimer and shit?
Whatever you want to do.
There's a disclaimer.
This podcast is only suitable for adult ears. Get your lousy kids away from this podcast while I talk to you about an embarrassing Tom moment. My high school girlfriend and I were going at it pretty hard one night, and things were escalating after making out. I make my way down south, but still had gum in my mouth. When I was done, I left the room. When I came back, my girlfriend is in the bathroom yelling at me because I got gum in her pubic hair. Explain that to your fucking kids.
This presentation is brought to you by diabetes.
Hello, Code friends. Welcome to Code Check, the best closet-based podcast in the world. Sorry it took so long to do another episode, but more having that loser kid really halted production. Today, we have no topic, but we do have a weird friend joining us today, Scott Crockett. Ron and I work with Crockett at our lame place of employment. He works a section and manages to piss me off whenever I talk to him. This Scott Crockett guy, he thinks he's real tough, but we're going to find out just how tough he actually is. Thinking back to episode 3, Tom Hates Questions, where I answered 10 inane questions and try not to shit my pants.
Oh, there we go.
Jesus Murphy.
I was told that it was our most successful episode. With listenership on a decline, let's try to win our fans back by asking Crockett questions he doesn't want to answer on this, the 8th and most diabetic episode of the Code Check. Ron, take it away. Ron, what are you doing?
He's typing.
All right, so we're here in the closet. Whoa, what happened there, Ron? I hear tons of myself in my left earphone.
Everything seems fine.
You seem fine?
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
You're just being fussy.
Am I being fussy? I think.
You're number what, 3?
I don't know.
Is that better?
I mean, I hear Crockett on my right, and I hear me on my left.
I don't know how
That's
that
not a thing, Tom.
No, yeah, that should be how that happens, because that's how I sort the two audios.
Are you sure?
One of you guys is in the left channel, one of you guys is in the right channel.
Ron, are you fucking this up?
No.
Tom.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snap at you. All right, I can do this.
It's been a while, man.
It's been a long while. It's been since fucking July. Something. Okay. So I guess we're just gonna go for it.
Yep.
All right, Crockett,
Hi.
how you doing, buddy?
I'm feeling pretty good today.
All right, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and get everyone on board of how much you actually suck.
No, I'm pretty neat. I was born in the 1980s, Connecticut, and since then I've worked at and that pretty much brings us up to today.
Okay. All right. And you're doing good today?
I'm doing pretty good today.
All right. What are your hopes? What do you hope to accomplish today?
I've got to go to the grocery store, and I have to remember to get condensed milk there.
Okay.
So Lizzie can make this pie with bananas in it.
Banana pie, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Call it a banoffee.
Okay. So I guess since we're going to be diving right into it, I am going to go to our mailbag. So Ron, why don't you cue the music for the mailbag?
Oh, I don't have anything like that ready, man.
You guys
don't?
have mailbag music?
I was hoping that we would.
No.
Actually, no, I'm thinking about it. We never had mailbag music.
Did
Yeah,
you-
I'll put something in.
Yeah, you're good at editing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail.
So, we're going to start off with the mailbag with a email from your girlfriend, Elizabeth Walsman.
Oh, she's really hot.
Okay. We all know Lizzie. She works at our store. She's very, very nice, and she's very short. She says,
She's not as short as your girlfriend/wife.
my girlfriend/wife, my fiance is what we call it. She's going to be like, she's 5 foot. Lizzie's 5.
Lizzie is 5'2".
Oh, shit, I'm sorry. Jeez, okay. Lizzie writes, hello all. After listening to the Star Wars episode, I've come to the conclusion that the podcast needs to explore more topics where there is no right or wrong answer to the topic. With that said, here's a topic for the podcast. Should songs played at weddings be limited to those about love? Much love, Lizzie. P.S. Keep up the good work, Ronnie. Editing is on point. I'm sure she just forgot to mention me and mower. So, Crockett, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, her question is an implied mower burn.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with that email. I think it's a good one. But do you think that songs played at weddings should be limited to those about love? What do you think?
I don't.
No?
No.
Because, I mean...
Any song that's suitable for dancing.
Yes. So, like, the YMCA has nothing to do with love.
No.
No, it's just
But that will still get your weird uncle dancing.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's a place you can go.
Yeah. You can have a good time there.
Have a good time. Get you a good meal. All right. So, Lizzie, I think... I'd have to say that, you know, weddings, they should just be filled with fun songs about whatever. You know the playlist, how much I love the horrible, great songs that are on the playlist. So essentially, at the... What are you making that face?
We all know the playlist.
We all know the playlist. So, I have compiled a playlist for the wedding. And it's going to get weird. It's going to get fun. You know.
Did you compile a playlist with a specific order, or is it just a collection of songs?
Just a collection of songs.
Oh, man, you got to make it so it gets weirder as the night goes on.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Okay. All right. So I got another email from Trish Robertson. We all know Trish. She is a saucy mama.
True dat.
Let me get this set up. She says, "So I hear you're finally recording another episode. About time. And Tom, you're going to be the host? Well done. You know what's not well done? The fact that I'm not going to be a co-host or a guest. I'm sure Crockett will be fantastic because Crockett is fantastic. Love you, Crockett. Kissy emoji."
Oh, yes.
Shut up. But come on, I'm hurt, Tom. I'm also disappointed. You don't have to say that.
She should say what's in her heart.
God damn it, Crockett. You know I have lots of hot takes and topic ideas. Winky emoji. So many emojis. What the hell? Still a fan, still forever listener, Trish. I email back saying, "Are you available on Wednesday or Thursday?" And she says, "Wednesday after 4, Thursdays after 7. Then she sent me another email that didn't really make a whole lot of sense. So I am going to disregard this. So Trish, hopefully one of these days when we all get our shit together, we will have another co-host, and you are welcome to be the co-host. I understand your life is a little hectic, seeing as how you have a kid and a dog and a hectic life. But I'm sure we can make something work. It's a little unfortunate that Ron is going to school, that Mower has a kid, and I like to sleep all day. So, I mean, eventually one of these days, we will get you into the closet, and then you are going to have a miserable time. So I think that'll do it for the mailbag. Thanks for emailing everybody. That was super cool. If you have any other emails, go ahead and drop us email at ihatethisstupidpodcast@gmail.com. And I do have the password for it, which is pretty fucking cool. Moore created this email account like a long time ago, refused to give me the password because he thought I was going to use the account to set up for credit cards and stuff like that. I can't do that. I have a freeze on all of my accounts based on the whole identity crisis that was going on throughout the last 5 years of my life. So I think we're good. Now we have to get into a segment that is called Wedding Watch 2018, Till Dominkovic Do Us Part. All right, so the wedding planning. You know, I know that you're curious about it.
Very.
Very curious. We have the venue. She has her dress. We have a date. We had our engagement party. That was super fun. And
I was there.
You were there. Thank you for coming out. It was super fun.
There was pasta.
There was pasta. There was so much pasta.
Oh,
you know how much pasta I took home with me?
You must have taken 20 pounds of pasta home. It was off the hook.
It was nuts. It was bonkers, and it was delicious. So, thank you to Caitlin's parents for organizing that whole thing. That was super fun. We had engagement photos, which were super great. We did it with Andrea. We used to work with Andrea at our store.
She's a nice lady.
She's very nice, and she was really fun to work with. So we got the engagement photos. We both look very cute. Have you seen the photos?
Caitlin looks cute in them. Tom, he needed a haircut.
No, I didn't need a haircut. You remember what I look like with my long hair.
Oh, God.
You remember that.
It was a living nightmare.
It was super funny because it was just super funny because, like, I don't know, every day someone was like, Tom, you got to cut that hair. I'm like, no, but I've gone too far. Like, once it was in those awkward stages, I can't cut it now. I've gone too far. I have to see this through. I don't know what I look like with long hair. And now that I know.
Now we know.
Now we know I'm not going to do it again.
You can do it once more again when your hair turns white. That's a good old man look.
No.
Like when you're trying to recapture your youth.
Oh, yeah?
You could buy a motorcycle and grow a white ponytail.
That's not going to happen.
Ah, Tom.
Not going to happen. So I guess that'll do it for Wedding Watch. We totally got off topic there. Yeah. There's a Wedding Watch. I'm sure Ron will edit in the theme.
Pick it up after Wedding Watch.
After Wedding Watch?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember what I said, but
Me too.
I don't either.
no. So that'll do it for Wedding Watch. Crockett, I see you're getting very antsy in your pantsy.
I wouldn't say antsy.
Okay, but
I'm just a fidgety person naturally.
okay, that's good to know. So I got some questions for you, bud, and it's going to be fun, and we're still going to be good friends.
I hope so. I mean,
Crockett,
yeah.
question number 1. Ron, start the timer.
Start the clock.
Got the timer on?
Timer's going.
Okay. You think you got what it takes?
I mean, it depends on the context, but really, I think you wouldn't even know what it would take to do anything.
Oh, I have what it takes.
Tom, in what context?
In all the contexts. Like, say, for instance, when I'm making a wet produce bowl, I have what it takes to do that.
Tom, you're barely holding it together doing a wet produce bowl. I've seen you.
No, that's not true. Oh, yeah, I've seen the way you work the box.
Oh, I crush it.
No, you don't.
Tom.
All right. That's not really a question I was going to ask.
You just like saying that.
I do. I really do. I want you to take me through your hatred for sandwiches. Why do you not like sandwich? It's a bread with meat in the middle, and then I don't understand why you hate sandwiches. So
I
talk
don't
about
fully either. It's some kind of psychological issue.
Okay.
But I don't just hate them; they disgust me.
Why?
I don't know.
So you don't do burgers, you don't do sandwich or subs.
No. Well, there are a few exceptions. It's easier to say I hate sandwiches.
Right.
But, I mean, if it's on a toasted roll, and it doesn't have any of the condiments I hate, including mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup, I might like it.
Okay.
Like, I've enjoyed an eggplant parm sub on a toasted roll.
Okay.
And despite Spencer's protestations, things like egg rolls and ice cream sandwiches also don't count as sandwiches.
You're saying ice cream sandwiches don't count as sandwiches?
Right. In the context of my hatred for sandwiches.
Okay. All right. I don't understand that.
I know, Tom. So it's a weird situation.
Okay.
I've stopped trying to understand it. I'm just gonna.
Okay. So you mentioned you don't like mayonnaise, you don't like mustard, and you don't like ketchup?
I hate mayonnaise so much.
Mayonnaise,
But I dislike the other. You like really nice whole grain mustard.
I was about to say, like, you
that
get
can be.
Like, mustard is the bomb if you can get some real good mustard.
And I like stuff that's been cooked in mustard sometimes.
Okay. All right. But what's it going to take for me to get you to eat a sandwich?
Oh, man. I can't even think of anything.
Okay. All right. We're going to...
Like, you could offer to pay off all of my debt, and I would still have to think really hard about it. No, I don't know, man.
Okay. All right. I just love a good sandwich. You know, you get all the condiments, you get it all nice and toasted. You know how much I love toasting sandwiches.
Tom, you basically invented it.
I did.
It changed the whole game
The
of
whole
sandwich
game.
eating.
So it warms up the meat, it melts the
Right.
cheese. It
Both
gets
good
it
things.
gets all the sauces. Ron?
That's the timer noise.
That's the timer? What the fuck kind of sound is that?
That's the dinosaur sound.
Yeah.
Oh, because Crockett likes dinosaurs. All right, then I guess that brings...
Hold on.
Ron, you're killing this, bud. You're doing a real good job.
Yeah.
Yes. Either one.
Question.
Next question. Here we go. Crockett,
Yes.
I know you like dinosaurs.
Very much.
All right, so why don't you tell me about your favorite dinosaur, why, and tell me about like their special powers.
Dinosaurs don't have powers, Tom.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
What about that one dinosaur that spits
Not real.
The venom at the people?
Tom, that's a great lead-in.
And Newman died, you remember?
I remember when Newman died. He deserved it. That was a little lesson about morality.
Okay.
But that's a good lead-in because the dinosaur that is based on is actually my favorite dinosaur. Stylophsaurus wetherilli. But in the movie, it was portrayed completely unrealistically. So they probably didn't spit globs of brown stuff at people.
He didn't?
There's no evidence to support that hypothesis.
Okay.
They also didn't have the big brightly colored thing that shoots out around their neck.
Really?
Yeah.
So they just botched that whole thing.
They really dropped the ball.
Okay. Wow.
Also, it was really big.
Really big?
Would not fit in a Jeep,
Okay.
even if it was raining and it was cold.
All right. But I did enjoy seeing Newman die.
It was a good scene.
That was a good scene. But you're saying the whole thing was just incredibly
Wholly
fictitious?
inaccurate.
Okay. All right. So that's your favorite dinosaur.
Yeah.
I have a question about T-Rexes.
Okay.
Do they actually, like, not attack if you're not moving?
Probably not.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, how can you...
You can
prove
deduce
that?
things like that through casts made from the brain case if you have an intact skull. But people made they made interpretations with insufficient data to back them up.
Okay. All right.
Dinosaurs aren't closely related to frogs.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Okay.
And
Well-
that's where that supposition came from.
All right. Would you consider, like, is an alligator a dinosaur? Or
No, but it's
crocodile?
part of the larger supergroup called Archosauria.
Okay.
Birds are dinosaurs, though.
Birds are... Oh, okay. Yes, that's right. Okay. Like a good old-fashioned chicken?
Exactly.
Okay.
Chicken has the heart of a velociraptor.
Okay. But not as cool.
Almost as cool.
Okay. Could velociraptors open doors?
Well, in real life, velociraptors were really small, like the size of dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
So the like Jurassic Park just fucked everything up. Did you even like that movie based on
love
how?
it.
But it was like the most
I know.
inaccurate
It
thing.
makes me very angry when I watch it, but at the same time, I really enjoy it. There's that soundtrack and Sam Neill. I love Sam Neill.
Sam Neill's good.
He's just a great role there.
Soundtrack is pretty dope.
That's excellent.
All right.
And plus, that scene when the T-Rex is attacking the Jeep and the little girl shines the flashlight on it and its pupil contracts.
Yeah.
I remember when that happened. I was like, holy shit, how did they do that?
Yeah. It was just basic, basic shit.
Yeah.
You like.
Oh, geez,
So
we angered the Tyrannosaur.
So I guess that's our. I did have another question about that, but I guess I'm not gonna. Next question. Here we go. What is your most embarrassing poop story?
Okay, so this is when I had untreated, UI tract difficulties.
Right.
Completely uncontrolled colitis symptoms.
Is it because you eat the garbage with the worms?
Probably.
Okay.
But either way, it was a bad scene.
Okay, go for it.
And I'd grown used to constant urgency and diarrhea. So I wanted to make it clear that this story I had to work up to. A lot of things happened that were gross or embarrassing before this one. So my girlfriend at the time and I went to see a 3D movie at the Jordan's Furniture in Framingham. It was a great time.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't feeling so good on the way in. And it was raining. It was broad daylight. It was like 3 p.m. So we pull into the parking lot. And we were always late to things. So the previous movie was just letting out. And I had the urge to poop. And man, when I had the urge, it just happened. So I got out of the car. We were in the front row, so we could run into the movie and not be late. And now my only option, I had just walked in front of the car onto one of those dirt or grass median strips, and I just dropped trow and started pooing right in front of the car. So it was me, and then the road in front of Jordan's, and then Jordan's. And as the movie let out, every car drove by me while I did this, and they all honked their horns and flashed their headlights at me. And I waved to them, and I pooed in the rain. And then we still went into the movie. That's the important part. And I enjoyed it.
Okay, so you didn't miss a beat.
No.
Okay.
But
You just
man.
dropped your pants and just went for it.
And it took a while, too. It was terrible.
Okay. So it brings me to another gross question. How did you wipe your tuchus? Did you just
Usually
not-
with found objects, but like once on the beach, I used some receipts that I found in the dunes and then sand.
I don't like sand.
But this particular time, since my girlfriend was waiting in the car so she wouldn't be seen with me while I did this, she was able to bring out some toilet paper that, for obvious reasons, I kept in the car.
Okay.
So it was like the lap of luxury that time.
Okay. So, and your girlfriend was aware of this at the time,
Yeah.
and she wasn't near you at all. She just like ran away.
No, she just stayed in the car.
Oh, okay. All right.
She might have gotten back into the car so she wouldn't get rained on. I don't know. It was a hectic time.
I'm sure it sounds like it was. Okay. All right.
But either way, she was just, I'm not dealing with this.
Okay.
This is your business.
Nice. Did you at least like get in a fight about it?
No,
No?
she was used to it. It had happened several times before.
Oh, okay. All right. That's cool.
Sometimes when it happened when we were driving, she'd wait till other cars were nearby while I was doing it, then she'd honk the horn at me so they'd look around and see what was happening.
Nice.
It was funny.
Here we go. Ron, you are killing it here right now.
Yeah.
Like it a good way of killing it?
I guess so.
Yeah.
You could say that. All right. Crockett,
Yeah,
you've been known to do some drugs.
that's true.
What is your best drug story? Like the most you were just whacked out? Your best experience? What kind of drug was it? And what happened?
I think my most enjoyable drug time was when I did MDMA at Bonnaroo, and that some other friends of ours at work who I won't name were there also. And we went to see some sort of hippie jam band after I had taken this drug. I normally despise hippie jam bands.
Yeah, me too.
I do not enjoy that type of music, even now. But in the throes of this drug, it was incredibly compelling. So I tried to dance to it. My only dancing ability relates to punk rock.
Right.
So I tried to emulate the slow, graceful hippie dance while doing this drug
Right.
and using my experience. And it just... apparently I stood alone in the middle of the field and did my version of the hippie dance while my hippie friends stood behind me and watched and laughed. And it went on for a while. The only thing that saved me is we went to see Flogging Molly later, and I was able to dance for real.
Nice. Flogging Molly's a good time.
They're fun.
They're fun. They're old these days.
They
were old when I got into them when I was in middle school, and now they're still doing it. They're still touring and making new CDs, but I have to say the novelty of Flogging Molly's kind of worn out on me. It's like, yeah, it's punk with a lot of like kind of Celtic attitudes toward it. I'm like, yeah, it's fun, but I'm kind of done with it. But they're a good band. One thing that's super cool about seeing them is you get the mosh pit to your right, and then you get like the kids trying to river dance further on down. So that was pretty cool too. I did like Flogging Molly. There was something else I was going to say, and I totally forgot what it was.
Tom, I don't know what to tell you there.
I have to say, my worst drug experience was I was addicted to Ambien. Do you know what Ambien is?
It's a sleepy drug.
A sleep drug, but it's actually one of the worst drugs you could take. It's supposed to like make you sleep heavily, but it doesn't really do that. For the first like hour or two, it gets you high. High as fuck. It's the highest I've ever been. And it also makes you want to eat. It makes you want to cook in your sleep. And it makes you want to drive in your sleep.
Oh, yeah, that's the one where there's the really specific cooking
Yes.
sleeping effect.
Yeah, so I almost burned down my house trying to microwave a Pop-Tart. My mom's
Why
like,
would you microwave a Pop-Tart?
I was high as fuck on Ambien.
You gotta
I don't
toast
remember
them.
any.
Tom, you of all people.
I know. I know. I was high. I was blazed up. All right, so I guess that's on to our next question. Let's go to your favorite mower story.
Okay.
Let's go for it. Your favorite and your least favorite mower story. I guess there might be one
It's
in
the same thing.
I imagine it is. So
This
take it
was
away.
one of the many of times when I needled mower to get a reaction, and I got a great one this time.
Go for it.
So I was waiting in line for the bathroom. I think we've established enough context to know that I do that a lot.
You do.
And I was waiting behind a customer. And so finally one of the bathrooms opens up and mower comes out. And he sees there's a customer waiting, and he goes, I'm terribly sorry, sir. I'm terribly sorry. Here you know, and waves him into the bathroom. And after the door closes, I go, mower, you just went to the bathroom. You don't have to apologize to that guy. Everyone has to go to the bathroom. And mower got really irate. I think I've been irritating him early in the day.
You don't
so
say.
it seems likely. So he goes, fine, Crockett, we can all just do it your way. We can have terrible customer service, and then the customers will stop coming back, and we'll all get fired when the store closes. And by the end of it, he was a little red in the face, and he stormed off.
So was he apologizing to the customer because he like blew it up and he must have like pooped in
No, it was fine in there.
there? So I don't know why he
He
apologized.
apologized that the customer had to wait, even though Moore could not have known
Yeah.
when he went into the bathroom
Yeah.
that a customer would have to go afterwards.
Okay. So I guess Mower was trying to be a good person, but it turns out that he's kind of not a good person.
I'm not saying that.
Oh,
I'm just saying that he was debasing himself before this customer. It
Right.
seemed unnecessary.
Okay. All right.
It was didn't show any self-respect, you
No.
know? I mean, everyone has the right to use the bathroom.
Yeah, that's what we got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'd have to say one of my favorite ones is when the CEOs were going to come look at the meat section. Do you remember how big of a wreck he was?
No, I forgot
So-
about that.
So you know how he likes to stress out about a lot of stupid things.
Like things that happen, yeah.
Yeah, so this is when he had the meat section. He was writing it, he was ordering, he was cleaning it. He was doing everything to try to make it look pristine for the CEOs that were going to come in and check it out. They never showed up, which was really, really funny. So Mower was just going off, and you couldn't talk to him. Like, if you asked him a question, he would just immediately shrug you off and then continue being super stressed out about it. So I remember Spencer and Mower and I were kind of having this little chat about fantasy football, and Mower's like, God, I can't even talk about this right now. All the CEOs are coming. I need to get the meat section all set up. And you know Mower, he could talk about fantasy football
my
for
God.
hours. Like, he would rather...
He's probably talking about it right now to
Yeah.
his baby daughter.
Yeah. I will never forget how stressed out he was. I mean, I thought I've had panic attacks in the past. I thought those were pretty bad, but...
Do dinosaurs make that noise?
Is that a car?
That was a car. Oh, it's a Jeep.
Okay. Thanks, Ron.
Hey, I'm trying over here.
All right. I do have one. I don't know how many questions I have left because I have not been keeping count. Ron, have you been keeping count?
Absolutely not.
Me
Yeah,
too.
Me neither.
Your job, dude.
No. Whoops. Anyways, why are you so smelly?
Which
Not-
kind of smelly?
Like bad smelly?
Am I right now?
No, but like, when you come out of the bathroom, it smells worse than a usual poop.
Oh, totally.
Or when you fart in the box and you piss off Liz because it smells so bad. Walk us through your intestinal tract. Why is it so
Tom,
terrible?
I'll tell you, and also I'll bring in the photo album I got from my last colonoscopy. Maybe you can post some photos online to be a visual aid.
Okay.
It comes with little digital photos. I have ulcerative colitis, and it means the lining of my intestine is eroded in places, and it traps weird gunk, and it bleeds sometimes. So that's why I have to poop all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And partially as a result of all this, there's an imbalance in my gut bacteria. So things either don't get digested properly or digested too little or maybe too much.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
But there's a lot of bad smells resulting from it.
I know. So for all the people that don't know, there was this one time where Crockett farted in the box so badly it pissed off one of our crew members, one of our good friends, to the point where she complained to management about how bad it was.
Yeah, she tried to get me reprimanded by management for farting.
Now, in her defense, it was the
It
worst
was a
thing.
bad fart.
It was horrible, and it made a sound. I'm on the other side of the
The
cooler.
sounds are usually normal from me, so it
Okay.
doesn't give you much warning.
No, but then, like, as soon as, like, it left you, you said the words, Liz is going to be so pissed. And she was. I mean, I shouldn't have said her name, but that's who it was.
Everyone knows who it was.
Everyone knows who it was. So it was so bad that neither of us could really be in the cooler at that time for like the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, you know how normally, even if your farts are bad, you can handle them because it's your own smell? Mm-hmm. This was not one of those times.
No, this was just...
My eyes were watering.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
All right. So I'll never forget that. And you were just like, oh, Liz is going to be super pissed. And she was. And I remember her talking to Mitch about it. Because I was there for that.
I'm glad Mitch was there.
I know, and she goes, "Tell Crockett he can't fart in the box anymore. It's horrible." I mean, but then she had other things that she could do, so she started working on the outside of the box, working eggs or whatever. And I was like, "This is a perfect time for me to do this because I need to get right where Liz usually is."
Yeah, but
But I had to go in there. I had to tough it out and be like, it was horrible.
and it lingers in the box.
It really does because there's not a whole lot of places for the fart to go. It just and that was right.
Was that Sonic the Hedgehog?
That was definitely Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yep.
Right.
We gotta go faster, Tom.
So Crockett, we're doing great, bud. Keep it up. And just taking a little bit of notes here. Let's talk about cars.
Okay.
Favorite type of car? Why is it your favorite type of car?
My favorite type of car is the 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO.
Okay.
It's pretty and it's great to drive.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's mechanically interesting.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Has good race history.
Nice. So, what's your favorite car that you have driven though? Is it your stupid Yaris?
No, I don't even.
Don't you drive a Yaris?
I do, and I'm thankful to the Yaris. It's been reliable and very inexpensive to run.
Right when I first met you, you had a Mini Cooper.
That is my favorite car that I've driven, and I'm still so sad I don't have that car anymore.
Why don't you have that car anymore?
Because all the parts for it were unbelievably expensive.
Yep. Okay. Nice.
It was a rough time for me in a lot of ways.
Oh, no. Well, it was super cool. Like, whenever I saw that car in the parking lot, I was like, oh, Crockett's here. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I didn't realize how much you sucked back then.
Yeah, that was your mistake.
Yeah, that was completely on me. So I got to say.
Also, that car is partly how I won Lizzie over. It was her favorite car at the time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So you weren't enough, and she needed the car, too.
It was a hook.
It was, oh, okay. It was like a plus.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. God, you don't have what it takes.
Ah, Tom.
You don't have what it takes. I like me a good old Dodge Viper.
I think Dodge Vipers are neat.
Those are super cool. But I have to say, my ultimate car, it's they call it a Toyota Space Cruiser, and it has been discontinued since the 90s, and it's a space van. I know I'm going to show you pictures of it after this.
I know you are.
I know. But it's seeing a car like the Space Cruiser, you still see them on the road every now and then. And I'll tell you, it's like seeing a unicorn. I get so amped up whenever I am on the road and I see a space van. I just start pounding the wheel and start rejoicing like
Is
I
it
did
that
something.
really weird, sleek-looking minivan?
Yeah.
The Previa?
I guess that's the name of it. I don't know the exact name of it.
Yeah, when I lived in Texas, my friend's grandmother had one. It was really weird to ride around in.
Yeah, I bet. I love them because they look so ugly. They're like the worst looking cars.
Well, they're
ever.
like, in 1982, if someone was trying to draw the future, they would have drawn Toyota Previas everywhere.
Right. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
But it's always been my dream to ride in one. There was this local band that used to go around in Maryland, and they had a space van. And anytime you saw it, like, yes, Magruder Grind is here. Their space van is here. We get to see them. It was super cool. And they had it all, like, decked out with bumper stickers about other punk bands, and they
Had a lot of surface area for bumper stickers.
Oh my goodness, it was the best.
That's a race car, Tom.
So Ron, I gotta say that you're doing an amazing job so far. All right, next question. Let's see. Lizzie, your girlfriend,
Yeah.
my good friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, we're good.
It's not a...
That's not what she said.
Oh.
Astrology. Tell me about astrology.
Oh, man, I hate it so much.
I thought she said that you liked astrology.
We're talking about the nonsense where people think they... She might have told you that, so you'd ask me and I'd become angry.
That's very slick on her part. That is great.
God, I fucking hate astrology.
Oh boy.
I think it is the dumbest shit in the world.
Why?
It's like your basic soft psychology trick where everything is general enough that it can apply to anyone if they're looking for things that apply to them.
Mm-hmm.
And just the whole idea of how it might work is absurd.
Okay. So your theory is that they're just stars.
They are just stars.
They're just
and
stars.
also, the other good thing about it is, as time goes on, the stars in various places shift.
Mm-hmm.
So we still decide our astrological signs based on our birthday,
Mm-hmm.
but the stars are no longer in the same place they were when those birthday dates were laid down. So all of us who think we're one sign and identify with its characteristics, most of us are actually a different sign.
Okay.
But we're still happy with our predictions because they're all bullshit.
Yeah. Okay.
Ugh.
Nice. That was really funny because she's like, "Oh, he could talk about astrology for
I sure can.
forever," and I'm like, "Okay, I guess he really likes it." So I don't have any opinions on astrology.
Really?
I don't care one way or another. You know what I care about?
What?
Drinking beer with my friends.
I mean, that's enjoyable.
That's what I care about, even though I do.
That probably makes you a tourist, Tom.
A tourist.
Yeah, a tourist.
Oh, I was about to say I'm not a tourist. I've been here for years.
That's the sign that likes drinking beer with its friends.
A tourist?
Yeah,
I don't believe you.
Tom.
Crockett. Thank you, Ron. That's always great. She also told me to talk to you about astrophysicists and astrophysics. So why don't you go through that and tell me why you like astrophysicists? I think that's what she told me to talk to you about.
Well, I do like astrophysics. Astrophysicists learn things
Yes,
about astrophysics.
yes.
So that
So-
makes me happy.
All right, so why don't you tell me about your love for bullshit on astrophysics? What's it all about? Why should I care? Tell me.
It's about
Crockett.
cool things happening in space.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Black holes and neutron stars.
Nice.
It's all kinds of crazy crap that can't happen on Earth
Okay.
or anywhere near Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, that universe, it seems like it's pretty big.
it is. And there's all kinds of shit. I mean, mostly there's nothing happening because it's just empty
It's
space.
space.
But the parts where stuff's happening,
Okay.
man.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Nice. Yeah. I like me a good black hole.
Yeah, they're super cool.
I guess
Well,
that
those
is...
whales.
I guess that was whales?
Or I bet it was the brachiosaurs from Jurassic Park, but it was a modified whale sound.
Yes. So,
I'll start the buttons I can click here.
Ron,
He's just doing his job, Tom.
and he's doing such a great job. He's killing this. Oh my God.
Tom
Ron.
is giving some side eye in the direction of
Next
Ron.
question. Oh. So I guess this is our last one for
Okay.
now. What is your favorite Ronald Rucci moment? And I had a very hard time of thinking about this because anytime I have a conversation with Ron, it always turns into one of my favorite Ron Rucci moments. But I'm going to tell you my least favorite one. This is going to be quick.
Okay.
You know how he's been getting his engineering degree for quite some time.
Yep.
Mitch thought of a joke saying that he's going to be getting his engineering degree to drive the trains. Now for
Because train operators are called engineers.
Yes, I guess.
But it's a
All right,
total
so-
different field.
So for 3 years, I asked Ron if he's going to be driving the trains, and he always said yes because it was a joke. He thought
played along.
He played along. He thought I was playing along, but I was legitimately thinking that he was going to be a train conductor.
Wait, really?
Yes, and it wasn't until recently that he talked to a coworker about not doing that, and I was shocked. my eggplant parm was getting cold. I was shocked.
And we know you hate a cold sandwich.
I hate a cold. Well, it wasn't a sandwich.
Oh, it was just eggplant
was
parm, not an eggplant parm sub?
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
All right, so that was my least favorite Ron Rucci moment, when I realized that he had been lying to me for 3 years about the trains.
Tom, I think the truth is you were lying to yourself.
No, that's not it. I wasn't. No, I was misinformed, and this is Mitch's fault. And this is
So
also
if
Ron's.
anything, Mitch is who you're mad at.
I'm mad at everybody. But what's your favorite Ron Rucci moment? What do you got for me?
I have a lot of options.
Right.
But I think as far as impact on myself,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's when Ron, without my knowledge, started a Twitter account in my name
Right.
and used it to tweet things I said when I was drunk.
Nice.
He made it convincing, where I followed astrophysicists and dinosaur scientists.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone happened upon it, they would think it was really run by me. And
Right.
Several people, including our good friend Brian Cherry. You know Brian Cherry.
I know Brian Cherry, heart of a champion,
Yeah.
face of an angel.
He started following me on Twitter. Which, makes me feel good about myself, because Brian Cherry's a beautiful man.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, I love Brian Cherry.
But, so, I lost my train of thought there, Tom.
Twitter.
Twitter. Yeah.
Okay.
So that made me very happy. He kept it going for a long time without giving me the slightest hint.
Okay.
Because Ronald Rucci can do the deadpan no reaction.
Oh, definitely.
Like nobody's business.
Oh, yeah, he's very good at that.
I
Yeah.
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There it is.
He knows exactly
Yeah,
what we're talking about.
There it is, right there.
Oh.
All right. I'll tell you. Anytime I have a conversation with Ron, it's always just like the weirdest thing ever, and we're just riffing off of each other, going back and forth, saying ridiculous things, and we have a lot of good memories. We have a lot of good catchphrases, and we're all good friends. So, Ron, all of these sound effects are all of these.
They're all dinosaurs.
They're all of these are going to go into the podcast.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh boy. All right.
So
So
I love when Tom gets agitated like this.
God damn.
That was me that time.
So I guess we're done.
Oh, you're making that face.
I'm done with this. God damn it. Now I remember why I don't like this podcast.
I'm glad I could
Fully
really
lower now.
bring that out.
Yeah, no. Jeez.
Yeah, am I the Tom and you're the mower now?
I guess that's what's going on. Yeah. Oh boy. Except you talk a whole lot more than I do.
well, then old Tom.
Yeah.
New Tom, he's the talker.
I don't know about that.
Tom.
So it looks like I'm done. Do you have anything you want to add, or anything you want to shout out to your friends, or do you want to raise any issues, or you want to chat? Anything you want to add, Crockett? You son
Tom,
of a bitch.
you're getting testy.
I'm not getting testy.
I can see it in your face.
I really am getting testy, and it's because Ron is destroying my self-esteem with these sound effects
So
here.
why do the sound effects affect your self-esteem?
I don't know. They just make me feel things about myself that I don't like.
We should get into that.
No, we shouldn't.
No, this is interesting.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ron, is this interesting?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it is.
All right, so that sounds like a
That-
guy sawing through a log with a saw.
It sounds like a dog panting.
That?
When I hit the button, it's 8. It says 8.
Oh, yeah.
Ape? Oh,
it's like an angry ape doing
yeah.
a threat noise.
Okay, there it is.
So how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel. It makes me feel a lot of things. Makes me feel like the time is up, and it also makes me feel like my friends are idiots.
That's debatable.
That is debatable.
Well, it's how he feels. We can't debate that.
No,
I mean, he doesn't have any real grounds to feel that way,
no.
but he does.
Okay,
It's irrational.
it is a little irrational, but I don't give a shit. This is how I feel.
Would you rather hear the duck?
Oh, yeah, do the duck.
Yeah. So that. I know you guys can't see this, but I am just not
He's
having.
seething.
I am not having a good time right
Seething.
now. In fact, I'm just about to fucking leave.
Uh,
Can I have one of your hair bows?
yeah, okay.
No.
They're good.
I don't believe you.
God damn it, Tom. They really taste like fresh peaches.
Do they?
At least by the standards of gummy candy.
Okay.
Yeah, have one.
All right. This is great for the
Listeners, this is Haribo Peaches, a sponsor of the podcast.
podcast. No, actually, this is pretty good.
Right?
It's
And
pretty
smell
good.
them, too. They smell nice and peachy.
You do. That's some good peachin'.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The last thing I want to bring up is legalize it.
Legalize it.
It's already been legalized, but not on a federal level. That's what we got to do. We got to take this to the House. We got to win this one for America.
Sorry, Tom, I'm not interested in legalizing it.
And you all know that I love smoking weed.
He does.
I know that you don't really do it.
No.
Ron doesn't really do it.
I used to, but now it makes me sick to my stomach usually.
It's because you're not tough enough. You don't have what it takes.
Tom, I have what it takes to do other things.
Yeah, like what? Name one thing that you have what it takes.
Give me a minute. I wasn't prepared. Did you see how good I opened that bag of Haribo peaches?
What are you talking about? You did a terrible job.
No, I did a great job. It's perfect. It's the slit in the bag is the size of one peach, plus a little leeway for your fingers. That's how you do it.
So I think we're done. I think I don't have anything else I want to talk about. Ron, is there anything that I should talk about?
No.
No?
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys can go fuck yourselves. I think this was an interesting episode. I'm very curious to see what Ron comes up with and the editing process.
He's a good editor.
He's the best part of the podcast. I mean, like, anyone can get in a closet and talk a bit, but it takes a real man to edit in songs and noises.
Some of the noises are already there.
Yep, I know. So I guess we've done this. Legalize it and go fuck yourselves. Have a great night.
Bye.
Ron, are we good? Are we good? Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm leaving. Getting out of here. Crockett. Jesus Christ.
I didn't even antagonize you as much as you probably
No,
thought I did.
you didn't, and that's because we only had 3 minutes. If it was like a 4-minute question,
evolved into that, certainly.
but one thing I feel bad about the listeners is that they can't see the face that I'm making.
Oh, I know. It's a key part
It really is.
the most satisfying part about
Ron, are you still
radio.
recording?